everyone, Michael here, and I'm a home brewer. It's a beautiful Wednesday morning here in Southern California. The sky's shining, the birds are chirping, dogs are barking, and I say screw work, let's make some beer. And today what I want to do is I want to show you how to brew an all-grain method called batch Sparge. So I want to break it down for you a little bit further, show you the pieces of equipment and modifications that I've made, and sort of simplify that whole process for you. Let's go. First of all, what I've got here is I've got a very large, high-quality cooler, rectangular. I don't like the round ones. You can buy one of those if you want. I'd go with as big as you can get, the best quality you can get, okay? They hold the temperature. This is what you want. So what we're going to do is we're going to modify this. This is going to be your mash tun, and it's going to hold all your grain and all your hot water in your Sparge. So what I've done is, first of all, I've outfitted this with it has a fitting on the side that is brass. You can use stainless steel. You can spend a lot more money if you want to, but I've just got a very basic fitting. I don't really like the plastic ones. They don't really hold up that well to heat. This one does. I don't even need any hosing to connect to it. And inside, what I've done is I've outfitted this with a bazooka tube. You can get a bazooka, the bazooka tube fittings. They come with all of the washers and everything else. You can get a whole kit a pre-made kit for cooler conversions. I happen to get this one at Home Depot. But anyway, you can get that conversion, just attach it on and attach the bazooka tube in the inside. Now, if you're willing to spend a little bit more money, I would go for it. It's probably only about another 30 bucks or so, 25, 30 bucks in addition to the fittings. Basically everything that I need is right here in this little shelved unit, and right here I've got my kettle. Okay, first of all, I just want to say that if you're trying this process for the first time, you need to be prepared to do full boil brews, meaning that you need to be able to hold a solid 9 gallons or more of wort to boil down. If you don't and you're brewing indoors, you need to get the stuff that it takes to do it outdoors. So what I would suggest is that you go get a decent quality turkey fryer that you can connect to your propane, get a large stainless pot, and in this case what I've done is mine is rigged with external thermometer, and mine also has a drain fitting. I have a little bit of space below so that I can leave any sediment behind. I use out of the turkey fryer kit the aluminum pot for my runoffs. We're going to brew a very simple beer, which is a wheat beer. And our goal is to turn this into this. Another piece of equipment that I have here handy that I want to show you is I'm using my bottling bucket. It measures out water. I'm going to use this for my water. I'm going to do a total of 2 runoffs, and I'm going to explain to you how that works in a minute. And of course I've got my chiller here that I'm going to connect to a hose. It's going to run off into the backyard. And in this case today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a Better Bottles fermenter. I know a lot of people use glass carboys. I use those too. But in this case, I'm going to use them. I don't care what anybody says. I think these things are freaking great. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so I've got 5 gallons of filtered water. I have a dual filtration system in my house. You can use bottled if you want, but it's kind of going to be a hassle. You have a lot of water you're going to need. And what you need to do is you need to figure that a general rule of thumb for absorption rate of water is about 1.3 quarts per pound of grain. So I've got about 12 pounds of grain, so you can do the math from there. But in this first runoff, I'm going to start with the 5 gallons. And we're going to, on the second runoff, going to use 4.5 gallons. All right, so now we're going to cover our kettle, fire this bad boy up. Put it all the way up to high. We're going to get it up to, our temp up to about 165 degrees. We're going to allow for some temperature to drop, hoping to get a target temp of about 155, 158. Nice. All right, well, while we're waiting for this to hit temp, I'm gonna go and get 4.5 gallons of filtered water for a second runoff, and we're gonna bring that back up to temp while we're doing our first mash. All right, we're back, we're up to temp. We're gonna get about a gallon of our water. We're gonna put it into our cooler, mash tun, whatever you wanna call it. And we're gonna close it up, leave it for about 5 minutes or so, just to sort of take the chill off the cooler, warm it up so that we can maintain our temperature. Awesome, so we've warmed up the cooler, and we're gonna dump in our grain. Just dump it all in. All right. Start adding your water, hot water to it. Take as much water as we can until the kettle's light enough to lift. That should be good. Okay, now we're going to mash. About 10 minutes. Nice, even stirring, not splashing or introducing air into the liquid. Alright, that should just about do it. Good mash. Don't be lazy with this part. This is where we're getting all the sugar. Alright, cool. Gonna put on our thermometer. Close that bad boy up. Set our timer for 60 minutes. This is easy enough, right?